Hello P6, welcome to Monday's Literacy. Now, for your work today, well, as you know, it is Book Week. And so this week, lots of the activities that we're going to be doing are all based around books. Now, when you go onto our webpage, you'll see that there are lots of details about things that we will be doing this week. One of the things that's going to be happening today is our very own Mr. Henry at 10 o'clock is going to be going live this morning on Instagram and reading one of David Walliams' latest books, codenamed Bananas. It's a really brilliant book. So that'll be something to be doing this morning. There are details about lots of other things that you can be thinking about. We've got whole school competitions. We're going to have our Zoom meeting on Thursday. On Wednesday, we're doing the Masked Reader. There'll be lots of things happening. So things to think about today: join Mr. Henry at 10 o'clock. Also, if you are a fan of David Walliams, you might want to register for an event that's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, David Walliams is holding his very own online assembly, all to do with World Book Day. It's at 10:30 tomorrow morning. The thing is, you have to register in advance. We can't register for you at school. You have to do your registration. So ask mum or dad to click on the link and follow all those details. For today, we're going to begin by playing a spelling game. It's called Word Chains. And in this one, you're starting with the word apple and you're trying to make a chain of words where when one word finishes, the next word begins. So have a look at that. But the main activities that we're going to be thinking about this week are all to do with a book that's called Mr. Skip. Now, Mr. Skip is a book by Michael Morpurgo. Last week we read part of a book by Michael Morpurgo. Do you remember we read a little bit of The Fox and the Ghost King? This week we're going to be concentrating on this book, Mr. Skip. And every day I'm going to read a chapter of the book with you. So the first thing I want you to do for this part of your work is go and watch that video. You'll hear me reading it, but you'll also see on the screen are the words of the story. So read it along with me. And then once you've read it along with me, you're going to go and download this part of the story. This is an excerpt from chapter 1, part of which I've already read to you. So once you finish watching the video, download this and then also download your written activity. And your written activity, P6, looks like this. So what you're going to do today is you're going to be answering some comprehension questions, all to do with this chapter 1. So you've chosen to do the lower level. All of your questions are multiple choice. So I have given you 4 possible answers for every single question. And what I want you to do is choose the best answer that you can come up with. Okay, so there are 4 possible answers. Now you altogether have got 10 questions that are multiple choice. And those questions are what we call literal questions. The answer is in the story. So if you go back and look again at the story, you'll find all of the answers are in that section. Your second set of questions are what we call inference questions. And they're ones where you have to think about your own circumstances and your opinions about things and see if you can answer these questions. Now, for those of you who are choosing the lower level task, you don't have to write out your answers, but I do want you to talk about these at home and discuss them with somebody. So there are 2 parts to your activity. You've got your literal questions, your multiple choice, and you've got 10 of those questions, and then you've got 5 inferential questions to have a go at. Once you've had a go at those P6, there's a clarifying activity. So I would love you to clarify the words that I've put into these sentences, words like hoisted and discarded, lots of really interesting words. You've also today, P6, got some Bug Club books to go and have a look at. So log into Bug Club. It's so important that you do some reading every single day. So why don't you go and have a go at some reading? And then to finish off, why don't you head over to Education City and head on to Play Live Words. Jude, Lily and Jadal took the top 3 spots last week. I wonder, can you get your name onto that leaderboard? Have a really lovely morning. And don't forget, Mr. Henry at 10 o'clock on Instagram, and register for the David Walliams Assembly. Bye.